Rain's a-coming. You can kind of see. This is part 2. Hopefully we can get the rest of the plants in before this rain hits. It's already starting to drizzle. Last video, part 1, we got 153 tomato plants in here. And now I got the peppers and lettuce to do. That's the only thing I really am concerned about getting done before the rain. And then I want to get the rest of the seed stuff and the onions in. You know, I can do that in a couple days. But I really want these plants to get some rain because they haven't been watered. So I already got some holes burned in up here and drilled the first couple. And then I'll place them in because I'm not exactly sure how deep I need to be with those. So I don't want to get carried away. Set the first couple and then I'll judge it from there. And I think we can get the lettuce and the peppers in one row, which will be nice. Plus I think I'll have a little bit of room because you can put lettuce pretty close together. So now at this point, I think we're going to start really noticing, like, for instance, here it was a lot of space being taken, but now I think we're really going to start conserving space. Things are going to be able to be pushed together, squeezed together a lot better, and so the space is going to go a lot further. That rain is trying to work its way in here. I got about 40 to 45 minutes, and it's going to be here. I got all the peppers in, so we got a whole row of peppers right here, and I just started on the lettuce. I don't know how much I'm gonna get done of it because it's not looking the best. The biggest thing was I definitely wanted to get the peppers in, and those are in. I'm really hoping, because it's thundering, so I'm hoping it's not a complete torrential downpour, because I don't know how these plants are gonna withstand that. They've been babied their whole life. Well, that didn't take long. It's here. That's okay. I got done pretty much what I wanted to get done. And we got 3 lettuce plants in. So, oh well. One step at a time, and we'll eventually get there. I could keep going just a little bit longer because it's not downpouring yet. But let's face it, we all know how that's going to end up. I'll be right in the middle of it, and then it's just going to let loose. And it's getting heavier as time goes on, so tomorrow's another day. It's been a while since we've worked on the garden here. Tomatoes are looking great. The peppers are looking good. Everything's doing really well. Last time we stopped before the rainstorm, we got all of our peppers in and 3 lettuce plants, which they're doing they're kind of iffy. So taking a walk back, I still have all of the lettuce plants in the tray, and they look really good. They look really nice, real nice and green. So honestly, what I'm thinking I'm going to do with these, I'm not even going to transplant them, because why put the plant through the stress when it's that big? Just let them in the trays, continue to water them. And honestly, right now, you could harvest this and eat it. And that may honestly be what we do, because it's ready. It's nice and young, tender. It'll make good salads. I just kind of want to show why I use plastic now. So it's been maybe, I don't know, 2 weeks. I don't think it's been 3, but maybe it's been 3 weeks since we rototilled everything and put the plastic down. You can see just the layers of green coming out through here and right here. So this is what happens. Even though you can till it and rototill it as many times as you want, this is what ends up happening. So if you'd have planted this, you'd have all these weeds coming up. And I plan to rototill this again because majority of this up through here now is probably going to be sweet corn. And a row of potatoes, probably that's going to be it, because seed potatoes are just, I don't know that I'm going to continue doing them. But yeah, so this is all going to be weeds if you would let this go. So that's the reason I moved to this. I avoid all that hassle. So since I started some lettuce here, I'm going to continue with a bunch of different lettuces that I have and just kind of go out through planting seeds. That way we have kind of a harvest all through summer. Here you can get a good look at the tomatoes. A little bit of sun bleaching, but some of that could have been from before. But they're looking good. Things I feel like are going to go a lot faster now that we're not transplanting, drilling holes, you know, we're burning, dumping seeds, you know, you can go right down along and pretty much be done. And the other benefit is we really shouldn't end up with a whole lot of weeds per se. We are in some of these holes because they were already starting to sprout underneath, but this plastic has not, it's been on for long enough now that those seedlings and sprouts underneath never got any light, so they're probably going to end up being dead. All the lettuce is in. That's quite a row. And then I did something stupid. I just raked some of the end here where I had leftover soil where the plastic didn't come the whole way. And I seeded the rest of the bags or packs of seed that I had. So this should be a whole big patch of lettuce here, hopefully. Barring, you know, how the weeds and stuff will try and come up, but we'll see what happens. It'll either come up, be weed infested, or it won't work at all. One of the two. Now, I think we're going to transition to getting some onions in the ground. We got 3 different varieties. We got yellows, reds, and whites. So we'll get them going out through there next. This is how easy this is, though. So fast. Start with our whites. Basically, you just push them down into the soil. They're really not hard to plant. Not at all. Whites are in. Another set of holes running down through. And then we'll do another set on top of that yet. We have a little bit extra each time, but last year when I planted onions, there was something coming and stealing them out of the ground. So if that happens, I have a little bit extra to replace them with. Reds are done. Now we got yellows. We're cruising right along here, and I figured rather than go the whole length, just separate each row and only go to the lettuce, because the lettuce isn't going to vine. The lettuce could get big, but it's not going to really affect the onions. So I just figured it'd probably be better to do it that way. And we'll see. This is a little bit more on the difficult side in some areas. Mostly I can cruise and just go right down the row, but you have some areas, like because of it raining lately, that like this one, it's really hard packing there. So you definitely have some areas where that's the case. Then you have rocks, and there's definitely unevenness with all this. So you can see that just looking at the plastic, it kind of is humped like that. And you have spots that are high where the soil is right against the plastic, and then others where it's pretty far off. One thing I didn't really think about when burning these holes for the onions is I probably didn't make them big enough. I wasn't thinking of having to pull the onions out later. I was thinking of the green shoots that come out. So some of these are going to be a problem when, if I get big onions, they ain't going to fit through these holes. Which this stuff does stretch. It's going to want to tear a little, but you know what? We'll worry about that when we cross that bridge. That's going to be a lot of onions. But that's what we want, right? Now I need to decide what's next. I don't know whose brilliant idea it was to plant carrots, but I'm regretting my decision. That kind of sucked. That was way too tedious. Well, it's potato day, and I don't have that many. I threw a couple out, they were rotten. I'm not really impressed with the potatoes I get anymore. I either, one, just need to not do potatoes at all anymore, use the space for something else, or change where I get them. I don't know. It seems like they used to be 5-pound bags, they're now 3-pound bags, and now they cost more. So whatever, but I'm hoping to just do one row, because then I want to plant the rest of this in sweet corn. I just did a fresh till on everything, so hopefully we can combat the weeds. We're supposed to be getting quite a bit of rain tomorrow, so hopefully this isn't a bad idea doing all this now, and that it doesn't, you know, rot the seeds. We'll find out. We'll see how this goes. I got them Some are closer than I'd really like because I want big potatoes. I don't really want small ones, but I really only wanted to do one row. I did not want to have to do a second row just because, I don't know, last year they didn't do well at all. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how they go. They're probably 8 inches apart, guessing. So I could have done 12 to 16 and had them and had 2 rows, but I was determined to only do 1 row. So we'll see what happens with it. And then the rest of this will probably end up being sweet corn. These quick attaches are so nice. So simple. Potatoes are hilled, and the row went really crooked because that hiller, it's not even the hiller, it's the 3-point on the tractor has so much slop in it left to right. You just can't get it exactly tight, so it's just how it is. So that kind of makes it interesting to try and hill them, but it is what it is. So we'll see how they do. 1 row. Now we can move on to our sweet corn. And I think I'm gonna have enough room in the plastic there that we're planting all this area here in sweet corn. The pack says to plant this stuff 8 to 9 inches apart. That seems really far away for sweet corn. But hey, what do I know? Sweet corn is planted in a matter of minutes, and I had enough seed, had a little bit extra, so this seeder definitely makes things a lot easier. And with all the rain coming, that is as much as I'm gonna do right now, potatoes and sweet corn, because if I do have to replant because of too much rain or something, well, potatoes, whatever, corn, easy enough to replant. Since I got the corn planted, we've had some rain, and the potatoes obviously. And now they don't really want rain other than maybe a shower here and there. So I think I'm gonna continue trying to get this garden planted. Well, I got the, if you can't see all that hair, I got the goats all hooves trimmed, the hay feeders are outside, and now they're outside. So not worth all that work. I guess I'll start some green beans.
Put soy on it?
Yep.
Soy, soy, soy. Ah, get out of here, fly. Snap. I'm very good at this.
1 row of green beans done. Well, half a row, I guess. But now we're gonna start from that end and go this way. We're just about to the end here. And I think my helper, I think he's on break or something somewhere. I don't know where he disappeared to. Now I gotta close these in, bury these seeds myself. Definitely would be easier with a push seeder, which I have. But that's hard to do when there's plastic. And I think I'd rather work a little bit harder now than deal with weeds later. I'm gonna be done for another night. This is a multiple day process. We're pretty close. I only have, I think, peas, cucumbers, and squash or zucchini, whatever you want to call them, left. And lima beans. I still have to get those seeds. I don't have those yet. So basically, to summarize kind of, I guess, what we did today, we did this half row of green beans here, full row of green beans right here. Then we did yellow wax beans to, there's a break up here, right here. And then from there, we did sugar snap peas. So that's probably where we're gonna quit for the day. And then we'll pick back up planting our peas and all of our viney stuff. Hopefully we can keep kind of up there in that upper plastic. Get out of here, you dumb bee. Pea time. And I picked up some lima beans. Peas are done. That row right here. And I think I bought a little too much seed, but that's fine. Save them for next year. We are getting very close. Peas are done. I think I said that. This whole row is lima beans. And now I've started our viney plants, which we've got our cucumbers, munchers, and then national pickling. We're gonna go out through here, and then on that end, we're gonna put some zucchini plants. We're done, kind of. Cucumbers are here. Tried to really maximize the space a little. We'll see how it works because we're right at the edge. And zucchini is here. Now we just wait for everything to grow. Well, this means that the garden is officially done. And honestly, these tomatoes look awesome. They're doing really well, and I'm super thankful that starting these by seeds all worked out, other than that one. That one doesn't look so good. But overall, they look really good. Peppers look good. And yeah, we're done. Some of the green beans that we planted are actually sprouting. Now we just wait for the growth. Well, planting food for 1 year, which this is way more than a year's supply of food, but at least I know where it's coming from. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll update you on the growth of the garden as we kind of go through the season, and we'll follow along and go from there. Hope you have a great day. Happy growing. And you're not a gardener if you don't have a shoebox full of seeds. I'll see you next time.